Your Royal Highness, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm not an angry man. But on that day, 25 years ago, I was really angry. I was talking to Tenzin, a village elder, and I asked him how he and his people could kill snow leopards, especially because they were followers of Buddhism, which teaches compassion towards all forms of life. Now, with his characteristic calm and wisdom, Tenzin agreed with me that all animals, including snow leopards, had a right to live. But what he said next, with utmost simplicity and humility, became my most important lesson in real-life conservation. What he said was that he agreed that he and his people, in trying to make a living and in trying to care for their children, they did not have the ability to conserve snow leopards, even if they had the willingness to do so. And over the years, I was to hear the same words in different languages, in different places. I heard them from Kenesh, who lives in the remote Tian Shan mountains of Kyrgyzstan. Now, I heard them from Garma, who lives on the Qinghai Plateau of China. Now, my friend Tenzin passed away much before his time, but the lessons that I learned from his wisdom, they'll always stay with me. And throughout my conservation journey over the last 25 years, one of my main efforts has been about trying to build the ability of local communities to conserve nature and wildlife. Now, the partners' principles themselves, they aim to assist conservationists to build equitable conservation programs, community-based conservation programs, by actually empowering communities to lead conservation efforts. And with this Whitley Gold Award, we are hoping to roll out the partners' principles training across all continents with the help of our amazing Whitley Awards alumni. Now, this is a really powerful network of local conservationists who I believe can have a really strong global impact. Now, to create the Partners Principles Training Program, I've had the support of some amazing colleagues, and I must acknowledge them. Conservationists Dr. Justine Shanti Alexander and Ajay Bijur, and social scientist Dr. Juliet Young. Now, I'm often asked about what inspires me to do what I do. And apart from the magnificent diversity of life on Earth, I draw my inspiration from my friends like Tenzin and Kenesh. I draw my inspiration from my fellow conservation leaders, whom you have heard earlier this evening. And ladies and gentlemen, I draw my inspiration from all of you. You're here today because you care about the state of our planet and for its diversity of life. Now, today, more than ever before, we need to multiply our collective conservation effort. Now, the current model of economic development that humanity has chosen for itself since the Industrial Revolution, which is founded on economies of scale and unsustainable exploitation of natural resources, it's already made us breach several of the planetary boundaries, and it's instigated the ongoing mass extinction of species. So what we need to do is to bring about transformative change, not just in the way we do conservation, but also in the course of economic development itself, particularly in the last remaining biodiversity areas, rich areas of the planet. Now, in these areas, we need to transition from these economies of scale to economies of value. And I believe those values should be about sustainability, inclusion, cultural heritage, and of course, biodiversity conservation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of all my fellow Whitley awardees working in various parts of the planet, on behalf of the Whitley Fund for Nature, and on behalf of the snow leopards of the world, I'd like to really express my very sincere gratitude to all of you today for being here and for being a part of this team. And for your concern and your generosity, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much.